So the other day I posted a video about the worst shoulder rehab exercise in my opinion, which is just letting your arm dangle and hoping that somehow stretching out the back of your shoulder is going to make everything better. In my opinion, that's probably the worst idea for the vast majority of people who have chronic shoulder pain, because they're just going to be doing what they already do, which is making the backs of their shoulders super weak and stretchy. And that screws up your ability to move properly. So some great comments and something that I want to mention and add to that video. Later in this video, I will talk about one of the specific exercises in that video that somebody commented on. I'm going to explain a couple little details so you get a little more out of that exercise so that your shoulders can feel better. So first, the Fisher King 78 made a comment, ice, rest, and pills were great for my shoulder for about 3 days after a pretty severe tear. Light but persistent strength training is what restored motion and strength within months. So I think it's very important to recognize that in the short term, RIPs or rest, ice, injections, pills, let's cut off, S is for surgery, but let's cut that off. RIP makes sense in the short term maybe, but you have to make sure that that's only short term. You can't just ice, rest, and take pills and get injections to fix something in the long term. You're just gonna get frustrated and probably worse off, okay? So that's that comment. Next comment is from Dr. Ayushi Srizavastava, 5341. I'm not even gonna try to say that right. This person says, just when I needed this video, recovering from a shoulder surgery, I started reaching a plateau and kept wondering where things are going wrong. Somehow I got the feeling it's related to my thoracic spine and scapula and stiff neck, but still I was searching for solutions when all of a sudden I come across this masterpiece video which breaks the medical fallacies. Thanks a lot, Team Upright Health. You're welcome. So to recap, the function of your shoulder joint is dependent upon the function of your scapula, which is dependent itself upon the function of your thoracic spine and is interdependent with neck musculature. Because your upper traps, your levator, scap, those muscles all connect into your neck. If all of this gets wacky and locked into certain positions, you're not going to be able to move your arms properly. Your shoulders will not articulate correctly. So you have to unlock that stuff. And so final comment, and then I want to address something in this comment, is from Aethagoras. My neck and shoulders have been getting very sore from sitting in front of a computer most of the day and from the way I sleep. I think I have some arthritis in my neck. I went to a physio and then a chiropractor for many months with little change in my condition. I expected that your exercises would be easy, but I was surprised how little flexibility and strength I had in my upper back and shoulders. This suggests these are the right exercises to help me. I've only been doing these for a couple days, but I'm already feeling a difference. I'll keep it up and see how it goes. So one of the exercises that Aethagoras is talking about is hugely important. I talk about it so much. I'm going to show it to you and give you a few more pointers that are going to help you get the most out of it. So the first exercise in the video involves getting yourself up against the wall, tucking your chin so you're kind of looking diagonally down, and then pulling the back of your head towards the wall. This is one that it seems like Aethagoras and a few other commenters have problems with, and it's a very common problem to have because most of the time you are doing this or this, so you're not used to extending your mid and upper back, you're not used to straightening them up, and you're not used to doing that without your head going into extension like this. You're basically locked like this most of the day staring at that screen. So being able to tuck the chin and just look down while still extending the spine can be super challenging. Don't be discouraged and think like, oh man, like why I can't, oh, maybe it's genetic. There are situations, I've seen it, where people have lived their whole lives like this. They're 70 years old and they're kind of stuck and they got really severe spinal curvature that probably will not ever correct. But most people, I'd say that at least 80% of people are able to correct this, and maybe it's a higher percentage. Let's just say it's a higher percentage so you don't start thinking that you are in one of those hopeless cases, right? Let's say it's 95%. Okay, so people can generally fix this. You want to keep the chin tucked, you bring this back. If you can't get there, please do not force it. Please do not try to get there harder. Please do not try to stay there for 10 minutes while you fry all the muscles in your mid back and in your upper back. Just do this a couple times a day, right? If it's really tough, then make sure in the morning you do it for like 2 minutes. At lunchtime, maybe you do it for 2 minutes. In the afternoon, and then again in the evening, you know, just throw it in throughout the day. Maybe it's 1 minute at a time, maybe 2 minutes at a time. Think about keeping the low back into the wall, pressed into the wall. That means, for most people, that means the tailbone is going to be kind of off the wall. If you have a very meaty, large butt, you might still have butt cheek contact with the wall. That's fine. But you really want to think about getting the low back to be flat if possible. Okay? So it's the difference between being here or here, right? Like tucking. You're really trying to tuck your tail. If you were a dog and you had a tail, you're trying to tuck it and then press your low back into the wall. Tucking the chin, looking down at an angle and pulling your head back like that. The shoulders, you don't have to do anything super special, but don't let them do this. Just keep them in a nice neutral position. If you'd like, you can pull them back a little bit towards the wall, but don't really try to flare your rib cage and show your chest and show your boobies, right? We're just trying to focus on the muscles around the spine. So then you just hang out here, ooh, looking down, chin tucked, looking down, and just hang out here. 1, 2 minutes, multiple times throughout the day. If you can't get your head against the wall, just hang out. Just hang out like that. You don't have to force it, okay? Just gradually over time, you're gonna find it gets easier and easier to get your head back. And then you can progress to the other exercises that are in the video that involve using those shoulder muscles, being able to press into the wall, using those muscles in the backs of your shoulders, and then progressing to the rows. So hopefully all these little tips help you out. And before I forget, please remember to subscribe and like. If you want to rebuild your body at home, go to uprighthealth.com/DIY to find a program that'll work for you. If you haven't already, get on my newsletter while you're at my website so we stay connected. And if you want to support this channel to make sure that I don't have to make ads for VPNs, website builders, or supplement drinks and powders or whatever, please consider donating to support this channel. You'll find links in the description box for more free videos to help you do cool, normal human stuff. Check these out here. And as always, I hope you remember that pain sucks. Life shouldn't.